Okay, I think we're good. Hello. All right. Oh, the text is very tiny. Zoom in. I can't read that small. Okay, there we go. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I know my mic isn't very loud on the live streams. When I do edit video, I end up having to like add more volume to this mic, even though I have it set up to like a phantom power. It's still quiet, so I apologize that this mic is kind of shitty. But hello, Kiwi, Glitter Flame, Caveman, hello. Oh, from Canada. Yep, I'm in Canada. It's nonstop snowing. It is annoying. Colleen, hello, welcome, everyone. Yeah, it's been a snowstorm here for like a week. Like and like it's making my fibro kick in where I'm just like suddenly I just get hit with like a wave of like fatigue and I'm just like ready to pass the hell out. So it's been rough. We got like 4 feet of snow or something in the last like 2 days. So it's been super annoying. Hello, High Five Creative. Yeah, the snow has been rough. And for members, I'm finishing editing the fireside chat. We had Stevie with us, and we were discussing conspiracy theories. So the member early access, it'll come out tonight, but it's probably gonna be late tonight, just because yesterday I hit like huge fatigue. And then it'll be released to everyone else on Thursday. No, what's today? Today's Tuesday? Wednesday. I'm trying to do the middle week one for Wednesday. Hi, Ivan. Yeah, the snow is so brutal right now. It's insane. I'm just like, can we stop snowing? Can winter be over? So, yeah, and this much snow really sucks because you have to clear it out, right? And they're saying it's going to take like 2 weeks to clean up Toronto because it's just so bad in Toronto. It's going to take like 2 weeks for them to actually deal with it all. Because like they can't when we get this much snow, it's not just like snowbanks, right? They have to go and cut the snowbanks because you have to see past them, you know. So then they pile everything up, and the snowbanks grow. Then you have to go cut the snowbanks and take the snow to a vacant lot and just drop it off somewhere. It's really annoying. So that's what we've been dealing with. But yeah, so the midweek video for members, early access will be out tonight. I'm going to finish editing it after this. And then this weekend's video is the psychologist interview that I did. So I'm going to do like a little bit of a little like psychology video, like 30 minutes. And then it's like the rest is going to be the interview with him. It was a really fun interview too. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And then next week, I want to get, I'm working. So today I was doing like meetings and interviews and things with people. So I've been busy all day. But I interviewed a mentalist today about a psychic, the next psychic video I'm going to do. And it's a TikTok psychic. I'm hoping to have that for next week, barring like this freaking weather is like annoying my body. So, caveman, it's more cold on the prairies. You don't have as much snow. Yeah, like, where I live specifically, like I'm not in Toronto, but where I live, we get this, like, they call it lake effect snow because I live right next to a lake. And then there's a bunch of huge like bays, like nearby, not near, but there's multiple lakes like within, I don't know, an hour's drive in like three directions. So we get this weird lake effect snow that's super annoying. So where I live, we get tons of snow, but it's not super cold here usually. And we can hit those cold days, but I think like the most I've ever experienced is like -40, and that's like super cold. It's like rare, and we get like a day or night, or one or two, right? But mainly it's like anywhere between like -10 up to like +10, and like you're gonna get snow if it's above zero. So it's usually not as cold here very often. It happens here and there. So it's like either you get blistering cold or you get tons of snow. That's your choice. Did Ed have a younger girl move in with him and Lorraine? Yes. Her name is Judith Penny. You can read about her lawsuit that she did. There's tons of information about it online. Yes. She was actually the same age as his daughter, who is also named Judith or Judy. And like there's rumors that they knew one another. They probably did because they're living in a small area, right? But they were the same age, so yeah, it's kind of creepy. Hello, Aiden. How are you doing? So yeah, last night, if you guys didn't see it, go and check out Boo Productions. I think I linked it on my posts community tab. Boo Productions last night had, I think it was a psychologist, or I missed the beginning of it. Psychologist or psychiatrist or something came on their show and talked about like people with mental illness in the paranormal community, like the more severe bad situations that people run into, right? I think that some of you have already experienced the, Exorcist that Boo Productions dealt with recently, and there's a lot of issues there. I was thinking about doing a video, but after seeing some of the things, I'll just warn you guys, this community, don't engage with him, because he'll go after community members and stuff, and he has like no life. He just harasses everybody. So their show was really good last night. They had a psychologist on. Then this week, I'm gonna be talking to the psychologist but it's more talking about what our brains perceive as a paranormal thing, but like there's a psych reason for stuff. So it's a really cool talk that I had with this guy. So, can I tell you a ghost incident that I had? Yeah, sure. Hello, Tales Told in the Dark. How you doing? So I thought it was really interesting. So I'm working on this psych episode, and then Boo Productions releases their live stream last night with a psychologist talking about like mental health and stuff within the paranormal community. Because there is a lot of people who have like psychological issues who end up in this sort of in the circles, so you do gotta be careful with that kind of stuff. Plus, also you gotta be careful for your own mental health too. You don't want to get like caught up with a psychic and get drawn down those paths. So I thought it was really interesting that they had it last night. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in the middle of working on my psychology episode. So So, like, I didn't really know what to talk about today. So, I figured we could talk about psychology stuff too. But my episode will be out as well this weekend. So, you guys can, if you have any questions that come up with that. But yeah, if you guys want to talk about anything psych or any other topic, what else has gone on this week? Oh, yeah, we had that whole like Stevie situation and stuff. You guys all know about that as well. Um, there was something I was going to tell you guys on the stream. I should make notes. Throughout the week, I'm like, oh, I want to talk to everyone about this on stream on Tuesday, and then I don't make a note. I forget to make a note. So, but yeah, how is everyone's evening going? How's everyone's Tuesday? Um, yeah, the lady who owns the Conjuring house, yeah, like, she's not well. She actually needs like does she not have family or someone to like intervene? Like she needs someone to put her like it'll be against her will. Like she's not well. She's not well. She needs help. I had an old chair in my room and one night I had it in a corner. It slowly turned to the side. I was 10. Do you want me to debunk that? Is that what you're asking for? I'm not. I mean, I can debunk it, or I can leave, or you can leave it as a memory. It's up to you. If you want to keep it as a memory, then keep it as a memory. But if you want me to discuss the psychology aspect of that, we can get into that. Yeah, you love to hear about psychics and ghosts. Yeah, yeah, I'm covering all that. Yeah, this psychic that I'm covering, it'll probably be next week, I hope. They'll have the video done. So she uses a spirit box for her psychic readings, for medium readings. Like, what psychic uses a spirit box? And then I'm going to cover that TikTok psychic who got involved in those Idaho murders and was accusing that teacher. I heard that the court case is in progress, and I want to wait for that court case to finish so I can do like this is the end of the story, a finished story thing. Oh, my phone's going off. Yeah, you want it debunked? Honestly, I'm gonna actually be talking about my psychology video this weekend, but it literally is our mind just playing tricks on us. Like it was probably a dark room or, low light, whatever. And you think that you saw something, but you didn't really see it. And you have you're misremembering the severity of the details that happened. And like, for instance, so I have sleep paralysis and I was on, there's a good Facebook group. It's called Debunkers Anonymous. It's run by The Shape. There was a person with sleep paralysis telling a story so they had a sleep paralysis incident the other night, and they recently reorganized their room and moved some furniture around. And in the moment of sleep paralysis, they woke up and they thought that they saw a person standing in the door. And it turns out that they put their little hanger thing to hang up their bathrobe or whatever. And it was the bathrobe. And once she finally was able to wake up fully and have access to her body, she picked up her bat and started beating her bathrobe. And it's really just the mind, it gets confused and it goes to a weird place when we see things at night. And it makes us see things that aren't really there, essentially. Any self-respecting spirit wouldn't have the patience for a Ouija board nowadays. Yeah. Well, if a medium psychic was using a Ouija board or something, that's been used for since the Victorian spiritualist movement. So, but you needing a spirit box, if you're communicating with if you're talking with the dead, why do you need a spirit box? Why do you need a spirit box to talk? Don't you have a connection with them? Yeah. So the psychic is pretty big apparently too. And apparently she's done some iffy things on people who call her out. So I guess we'll see what happens. But we're taking risks on this channel because we have the little Joey thing that we called out recently, and then we're going to call it this psychic who may or may not have issues. So Here, let me bring up my notes from the psych video I just did. Because there is like a term for the chair thing. Hold on. Yeah, so our brains are really efficient at processing massive amounts of information really quickly, and our brains rely on something called heuristics, which are shortcuts. Our brain like comes up with an answer really quick, right? And these heuristics can become mistaken due to outside things. Like there's pareidolia, where we think that we see something, we try to recognize the familiar. Sorry, I'm hitting my mic. There is shadow people. They have actually found an explanation for shadow people. A research team accidentally figured out that the TPJ, if that gets stimulated, it'll actually cause a hallucination of a shadow person. And the TPJ is the temporoparietal junction. It's located roughly above the ear in the brain, and they were trying to work on like epilepsy and figure out, like, they're doing like a study on epilepsy, and they figured this out, and now they're looking at how can this relate back to schizophrenia and paranoia and stuff. Like, does that part of the brain affect these hallucinations? But if that gets stimulated by, because there's electricity in our brain already, so if that gets stimulated by electricity, just currents going in our brain naturally, and we're thinking and doing stuff, we can accidentally see a shadow person. So I found that really interesting. The biggest one too is confirmation bias, our tendency to, favor things that are based on our pre-existing beliefs or expectations. Like if we're thinking there's a ghost or things like that, we'll actually see that as a ghost. Then there's memory, and a lot of times we do misremember stuff. So like imagine you're in an old dimly lit building and something unexpected happens, a creak, a shadow, or a strange sound. The emotional surge you experience in that moment can dramatically influence how you remember the event later. It wasn't actually that intense, but because you had like a surge of emotion and like chemicals in your brain hit, you remember it as like this really intense scene that really wasn't intense. It's very interesting. And then our emotions get mixed in with the memory, and then we misremember stuff. I find this stuff very interesting. I talk about social contagion, how social stuff affects us as well. Then there's like near death experiences, which are just the brain, certain alien abductions, just brain like doing weird things. Our brain is weird for sure. So I did this interview with the psychologist though, and you guys will like it. I think it'll be out probably hopefully Saturday, and we talked for a while. I think we talked for like an hour or an hour and a half or something like that, and I was fascinated with everything. The guy's very interesting. He's super smart. He has like three PhDs or degrees or something. I don't even remember. He listed it all off to me, and I was like, "Holy crap!" I think he said he was in like the gifted program, so I think he graduated early and things like that. So this guy's super smart, and he happens to work within the paranormal field, and also for CFI, and he works like for the Center for Inquiry and is a skeptic, a paranormal investigator, and things like that. So he's very it's very interesting. He also searches for cryptids and stuff, but he like debunks a lot, like pretty much everything. So, and he has a degree in psychology, so it's pretty cool. All right. Let me just make sure that this is running okay. Okay. Okay, what are you saying? Glitter flame. You aren't pulling any punches. Yeah, probably. I don't remember what I said. Brian, hello. How are you doing? Kiwi, you have to go. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Rick, hello again. I was just about to go to bed. It's 2:15 in the morning in England, but you're on, so I grabbed a beer. Enjoy your company instead. Well, I mean, you can listen to me while you lie in bed if you want. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it like different times of the day because I know everyone's like all over different parts of the world. So I'll do like a later night stream. I'll do an earlier in the day stream, and I'll do like a evening stream, like a sort of in between. I will never do an early morning Eastern time zone stream because I am not awake early. So Colleen says heuristics can explain just about anything, human nature to correlate things with already known facts. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. High Five Creative. The parallels between alien abduction stories and old Fae lore is crazy. It doesn't surprise me that it's from the brain. Yeah, and a lot of the alien abduction stuff started around the time of. I didn't mention the Satanic Panic in the video because I didn't want it is linked. So therapists started doing like hypnosis sessions, thinking that this would help people, and that's what started the Satanic Panic, misremembering of traumatic childhood events. But at the same time, they were also starting the alien movement thing. Like, so people were remembering either like something horrible, like a Satanist cult hurting them, or they were remembering an alien abduction. But in actuality, it was just a falsely planted memory by the therapist. And some of the therapists didn't know they were planting the memories, but they were like building, because the patient's in like a weird, suggestible state with hypnosis. And then the therapist was like building a memory with them that wasn't there. So they were like building a story live. And then they remembered as a repressed memory. And it's very interesting because that's where the alien abduction stuff started. But that's kind of interesting with the Fae lore because I wonder what the Fae lore, that is interesting. I wonder when that started. And did people say that they remember being taken, or was it always just like you could get taken? Because that could be interesting. Yeah, Michelle remembers. It's the Satanic Panic, the sort of patient zero, I guess. I heard that there was another one who started before Michelle remembers. There's another patient or something like that, different psychologist. But Michelle remembers seems to be the main one that most people say affected everyone. So I know it was like a big thing. I did a video on it, but my lips are so chapped today. Stupid weather. Um, yeah, they remember the face stuff. That would be interesting to look into. I do want, because I do want to cover like some alien type stuff at some point, but like I kind of wanted to cover it from like, this background of the hypnosis that people were experiencing and that started stuff. And then because the alien craze, like it kind of was a craze, and I feel like it started in like the 80s or something. Maybe I wonder if movies started it. There must have been a movie, because the Satanic Panic you can link back to movies that were from the decade before that made people believe that's like Rosemary's Baby, right? That's an example of one that people are like, oh, well, it happened in the movie. It could happen to me. And a lot of Michelle remembers a lot of the scenes and things that she ended up remembering, her repressed memory, were actually from these movies. Like she recreated the scenes from the movies. It's so dumb. I wonder what was the first alien movie. Um, let's see. Oh, not the movie Alien. Oh, okay. Well, that's going to require some actual different, right? Because there was a movie called Alien, right? That stupid one. I wonder what the first one was. There was one called Alien in 1979. That wasn't the Alien one, right? Was it? 1979. That goes back further than I thought, actually. I think there was aliens before that one. Oh, you know what was a really good book? Did they ever make a movie of the Puppet Master? Did you guys ever read that book? I think it was called Puppet Master, right? Book. It was about aliens taking over people. The Puppet Masters. I think that's what it was. It was a really good book. I think they did films. I don't know if I checked out the films. I think I read the books. 1951. Oh, War of the Worlds. Right, that goes way back actually. You know what? Aliens go back really far. I think probably the 50s. Um, Fire in the Sky, because War of the Worlds was on the radio and people thought it was really happening. So that goes really far back. Aliens can go really far back, actually. Um, Whitley Strieber revived it with Communion or Fire in the Sky around the same time. Maybe Donald Sutherland was in one of them. Oh, yeah, like the Alien franchise. Yeah, I don't like that movie, but War of the Worlds was good. When was War of the Worlds written? Holy crap! This was written in 1895. Does Oh, I didn't realize H.G. Wells went back that far. Yeah, you know what he was. H.G. Wells was Victorian, wasn't it? This goes really far back. I think if we did an alien episode, we're going to have to go real far back. But that might be interesting. I wonder if the Fae were like a inspiration for some of the stuff. 1938 was the radio. Yeah, yeah. It was like before TV. It's a very interesting story. That's actually another good example of psychology, like the masses, the um social pressure, and the masses all believed that it was real and that it was really happening. So that was actually interesting. I wonder who came up with the first idea of aliens coming down. Because we've been looking at the stars like what, forever? So it must be like an old, hmm, it's probably an old thing. Actually, High Five Crave, you mentioned the Fae too. Have you watched the M. Night Shyamalan's Watchers or whatever, that movie that came out kind of recently? If you like Fae stuff, you should watch that movie. It was a lot of his movies, the endings really suck. This one was not, the ending wasn't horrible. I feel like he could have done a little bit more, but he kind of ended it in a way that you could have a part two, like a sequel, and it didn't suck, where a lot of his endings usually suck. So it was a really good movie. I was actually pretty surprised. It was very well done. You should check it out. If you like Fae stories, go and check out I think it's called Watchers. I think that's what it is. But yeah, so psychology stuff. Um, oh right, the other thing I've seen too. I'll just let you guys know as well. Um, there's like, I noticed that there's been like a psychic or a paranormal specialist or investigator, someone who comments in my comments. Um, I know those of you who are watching right now don't really need to hear this, but I don't know. I'm just going to say it to repeat it. If you guys see, like, I'm not going to remove comments and remove things unless people get toxic or mean, or like if they're too mean or too toxic or whatever, saying like words I don't like, that's when I'll like block them from the channel. But I just let people talk and do whatever in the comments. So I've noticed that there's a couple psychics or paranormal specialists or whatever that are giving advice to people in the comments. And I just want to remind people, like, just because I'm not removing them doesn't mean that I endorse them. I don't endorse them. I don't recommend that you take advice from these people. So if you see that, just be careful, because I think that there's psychics that like find clients through all these different means, through all the different social platforms, right? Um, yeah, you'll have to watch it. Yeah, it's really good. You'll like it. Yeah. Colleen, I read that in the 6th century in Greece, where the talks of alien origins. Interesting. You know what? I love history, and when I first started my channel, I wanted it to talk about like paranormal history, and I wanted to go back, like, I was doing that at first and going back to the beginning, of when the stuff was first being discussed. And I've kind of fallen out of that. And I really do enjoy ancient history. And I've been wanting to do some videos to get back into it again. So an alien one might be interesting to go all the way back, and we can touch on Fae abductions. Cause yeah, Fae abductions, that was a folklore. That was part of the folklore for sure. What's the other thing I wanted to do? Oh, ancient cults. I was going to get into doing ancient cults at some point too, and just kind of do an episode. Oh, the other thing I was wanting to do you guys think that this might be good? So there's 72 demons in the Ars Goetia, and a lot of the demons that, churches or whatever took on were from the Ars Goetia. And the Ars Goetia demons, the majority of them have like a pagan, um, background, like they were originally a god or a deity and not an evil being. So I was thinking about doing like demystifying demons, and like maybe this might be too much work. I have to see. I wanted to do like one video a week of where I just feature one of the demons from the Ars Goetia and I break down their true background and show that they're not really evil. Some of them might be, but like I just want to talk about the background of each of them because the majority are not evil. So I was thinking about doing that, but I don't think it'll be an hour. And I know everyone likes an hour episodes from my channel. Uh, it would probably end up being like 30 minutes because I don't think there's going to be an hour worth of material. So I was thinking about doing that. Or should I do that as like a members only video? Would that be something that like, I don't know if like you guys think it would be fascinating. Okay. It's going to be a shorter episode. So that's the only thing. Yeah. If you guys, okay. So I was thinking about doing that because if I could pull off once a week, once winter's over, I can do more work. Just the stupid winter is killing me because of my fibromyalgia. Because if I did once a week, there's 72 of them in the Ars Goetia. There's 56 weeks in a year. So in a year, we could almost get through the majority. So probably like a year and a half, a year and a half would take us to get through all the demons. I wonder if any of the angels, like the names of the angels, originate from any pagan backgrounds as well, because there's a matching angel for each demon that was added later, and I wonder if there's any of that. Sorry if you hear my stomach; it's gurgly, making gurgly noises. Yeah, I could put it in like a playlist when I do it, because then people could just like watch the playlist if they want to watch all the old videos or whatever. I do something like that. I could look at it, and then I could look into the angels and see if they come from a pagan. Like, I don't think they do, because a lot of angels have like a name like John or, Michael or whatever. Whereas the Ars Goetia ones, like they actually do come from pagan origins, the majority of them, from what I found. Because I worked through the Ars Goetia at one point, and I just did an information video on all of them. And it's like a 3-hour video just talking about what the name of each one, like the signs or whatever that it's under. I did like a really brief thing, and then the angel it was associated with, and it took me like 3 hours. It was a 3-hour video just to get through all the names. So, biblical accurate angels are terrifying looking. They are, yeah, and that's why like that's why I laugh at some of these psychics who are like, I have a guardian angel, and then they describe them, and they describe them as like human looking with like white wings and bright light and all that crap. And I'm like, you realize angels don't look like that, right? Like if you're trying to say that you're actually Christian or Catholic, whatever the hell you're trying to say you are, you realize angels don't really look like that. You're trying to say that you're Catholic, whatever, Christian, pick a Bible thing. And you're trying to say that you're psychic and can talk to angels and can talk to the dead, yet you don't see biblically accurate angels. So, you're seeing the angels that are in media. So you're just making crap up. I don't believe ones. I think the psychics that hide behind biblical religions actually piss me off more than anything. I don't like people that hide behind the church to get away with crap. I think that it's really crappy for people to use. I'm not a church follower. I just think it's horrible for people to use a religion as like plot armor and a shield to protect themselves. And there's a lot of people out there that did that. Sylvia Brown did that. The Warrens did that as well. And there's tons of people that do it. It's horrible. But I do find it fascinating. There was I don't know the name of the YouTube channel, but there was a guy who was making videos of all the biblically accurate angels, and he was doing it with AI. And he was like getting it really well done. I know people hate AI. I get it. I understand. But no artist has actually sat down and done this, whereas he's done it with the AI. And I was actually like watching all of his videos at one point. He was doing like shorts, I think. And it was creepy, but fascinating. I like seeing, I like seeing the pictures of the biblically accurate ones. Yeah. It's very interesting. Glitter Flame. People use religion as armor and battering rams in so many different ways, and they almost always get the teachings wrong. Yeah. No, exactly. Like that's saying. So in The Conjuring, they had the nun. What was the name of the stupid demon that they used in the nun? Not calling it stupid, sorry, I'm just saying. The Conjuring, the nun demon. Valak, right. So I'm like, okay, the way that they describe Valak in The Conjuring is not what Valak is like. Like they get it wrong, right? And so I'm like, I understand that, like, I guess like what Ed was probably dead already, but was Lorraine around? Because wouldn't they want to get it correct? Wouldn't they want to like not piss off if they really believed in the religion that they say they believe in? Wouldn't they want to like not piss off a demon? When was the nun? When was Valak first? Valak first showed up not in the Nun movie. It was in another movie that they teased the nun. Was it The Conjuring 2 or 3? Because they teased and they said the Valak name in one of the movies. And I'm just wondering, was Lorraine still alive when they made that choice? Because they also write these scripts like way in advance. That's the other thing people don't realize too. Because I wonder how much they got, like where they got the name from. Okay, no, she died at 2019. No, she was definitely alive when they did the nun thing because they teased Valek the name in like The Conjuring 2 or 3 or something. And this is the thing, like, if you truly believed in this, you wouldn't want to take a demon and incorrectly portray it as a different demon on a movie like this, right? It's just, if you truly believed, you wouldn't want to piss off a demon, right? Like, anyway, I just think it's so stupid. Most churches frown on psychics. You can't be both. Yeah, that's the other thing I don't get is it's like I see psychics and I've seen them literally say that they're like Catholic. I'm like, you realize the Catholic Church, like, you're not supposed to be psychic. Like Lorraine, she was apparently psychic. Not really, but she faked it. But it's like, isn't the church against psychics? Aren't you like a heretic or not heretic, but like a witch, right? Like, don't they see you as like a witch? So I don't get it. The talking bear, living in the desert Southwest. I encounter snow every few years. Oh God. Yeah, it's bad snow here. Oh, hey, Mystery Archives. Hey, how's you doing? How you doing? Sorry, my lips are like, I messed up my lips. I woke up with like really chapped, broken lips from the stupid heat We get this in the winter. You end up with like super chapped lips. Yeah, being psychic would be very much frowned upon. Yeah, that's what I don't get. And like Sylvia Brown would tell people, "Oh, the church says it's okay because I have a guardian angel. An angel told me it's okay." Like, I don't know, she convinced people that she was like, God wouldn't let me be born this way if it wasn't okay, or some crap that she would sell people. It's so stupid. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, and I buy this really expensive lip chap stuff or whatever. It's from La Roche Posay. It's the only stuff that works on my lips, and it's like $15 for a stupid lip chap thing. The Warrens kind of Frankenstein together their own version of Catholicism. Yeah, and I ended up interviewing actually one of the subs and the members here, Joe. Really interesting background because Joe was raised Catholic, and then her family like went into that weird, I can't remember the name of it right now. Uh, Joe will eventually comment on this on this live. There's a name for what that actually no, I'll just Google it. Father McKenna. Uh it was a weird offshoot that was technically not okay at the time. Um it was like an old, they consider themselves the Vatican II, or the Vatican One or something like that. They didn't agree with the Vatican II. Yeah, that's the fat cat behind me. Sylvia was Jewish. Yeah, so and this is the thing that was stupid is that she tried to say that she was every religion because she had one of everything in her house, right? So her dad was Jewish, her mom was Catholic or something, her grandmother was Presbyterian, it's like it's all over the place. Yeah, they were against the Vatican 2 or 3. I did like an interview with Joe, and I'm going to put that into a video. I'm just slowly working on it because I'm trying to gather a list of all the priests that have ever worked with the Warrens, and do like a deep dive on like all the priests and this weird offshoot religion, because they weren't really following the Catholic religion. What they were doing, doing everything under like Father McKenna. So the Catholic Church never approved of anything that they were doing. Um, but like I'm currently working on getting like a research team together. So it's people like, I put the call out to members because I just don't really want to put like a public post. But if any of you guys who have been following for a long time and want to help with research, send me an email. My email's in the channel description if you want to join a little research group. And essentially, just like if you're bored and you have time and you want to go down like the rabbit hole that is said topic, I just need help like gathering more stuff because I don't have all the time in the day, and my stupid body doesn't agree with me. So there's a project I'm working on though, and I'm gonna be giving it to everyone to look at because we're gonna dive into something. I'm gonna get a hold of some reports, some studies that are locked behind this weird paywall that I have to be part of, like a education center for. So I'm gonna try to get access to them, and then we're gonna do like a study on the studies. We're gonna peer review studies. So it's a big project. So if anyone wants to work on that too, you can send me an email. And my email also is, I mean, I can just say it too. It's Fluriobiz, B-I-Z, at gmail.com. It's also in my channel description. Just for people that actually follow, and like I'm trying to, not end up with someone who wants to be destructive. So I haven't posted it publicly. I'm just so people that are actually watching and pay attention will know that we're working on this research team. There was like there was a split with beliefs. Yes, yeah. There's people, and they still run the churches that they're still going off the whatever Catholic Vatican One or something, and these other people, the normal one or the modern one is Vatican Two, and it's very interesting. No, they're not Jesuits. They have like a weird name. So I interviewed Joe because Joe ended up like her family ended up like kind of joining that religion, and she has a very interesting background. Also, oh shoot, I'm sorry, Joe. I don't know Joe's pronouns. I keep saying she. I apologize if that's not your pronouns. Okay. So Joe also grew up went to school in that place in New Orleans. You know, the place that had like the casket girls? Like it's a school named after that one. Um, it's in one of my videos. So, but anyways, Joe like grew up in New Orleans and stuff, and very interesting background and stories. So, um, whatever that word is that you said, glitter flame, that's not it. My webcam solid. I spent a bunch of money on a Elgato, like the Pro webcam. It's like a few $100. I want to get like a real camera at some point, but it's like $1,000 just for the camera, and then you have to get the stupid lens, and then you have to get like a battery pack and a power pack, and then you have to get a capture card, and like it's gonna be like really expensive. So I'm like, I just got this instead, and I've been trying to play with it because like I don't know if you can tell, but I think I dialed in the colors a little bit better last time I used it because I have to put on extra makeup to not look like I'm dead. So I have like too much makeup on, and I think you can see I have too much makeup on right now because I think I got the colors right. But see, I found this other setting. Hold on, let me show you guys. So I found this other setting that actually shows let's see. It shows the real color of my makeup and everything. Except, I'll show you. Okay, so this is what like my makeup and my face and my skin, this is the real color. But you see how now the black is green? Do you guys see how it's green? So like I'm like, oh, it sucks because I wear a lot of black and my hair is black, and I'm like, this is the real color of my makeup and my skin, but the black is green. so so like okay, so then I just went through and was messing with the Elgato settings, and I've got them kind of turned up a bit, so I think you can see it a little bit better. Ursuline, that's it. Yeah. Logitech Brio. Yeah, that's what I had before. I spent extra money on a stupid Brio. I'm like, it's nothing. It is no better than the C920 or whatever it was. And that's my old videos before January, I think, where the Logitech Brio. And I'm like, this camera's crappy. You have to have a lot of lighting for it. I don't know how some people, no, I do know how they make it look good. They have a lot of lighting, and I can't have too much lighting because it causes migraines. Like this one right here is like very bright. It does eventually cause me a migraine. I think it looks great. Doesn't look heavy at all. Yeah, I just think I can see it. Also today was like one of those days where like every time I did something with my eye makeup, I would make a mistake. So I had any ladies in the chat know when you make a mistake, you just add more eyeliner. So today's one of those days where I have like there's so much eyeliner because I kept making mistakes. I tried. I ended up wiping it off at one point, starting over, and I still kept making mistakes. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to put a lot of eyeliner on today. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm using the Elgato Pro, and because I have the Elgato teleprompter as well, because my memory sucks. So I can't read a script. I get like two or three words and then I have to look at it again. So I got the teleprompter so the words will be on the screen, but also I have chat on the screen. So I can look at the camera and look at chat at the same time. And it's like right here. And that is super helpful. And then KK for Christmas bought me this Elgato light. So the lighting actually helps a lot because before I was using a lot of really cheap lights. I had like 4 of them. And this one light replaces the 4 crappy ones I was using. So yeah, it was pretty good. Pretty good. You gotta go. I'm gonna go live. Assuming YouTube isn't cooked. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Have a good one. Yeah. No problem. But I'm thinking about because I want to get a different mic. I don't like having the mic in the shot all the time. So some people have said to buy a shotgun mic. So I'm looking at some options for a shotgun mic because then I can put it like in front of me, far away, or they say above your head is the best. I'm like, I don't really know if I have the setup for that. So, but also like I'm not a huge fan of this mic. It's not. And then if I go like the route of people use the Shure mics, Shure, you have to talk like really close into them, and I just really hate the look of a mic in my face. I think it looks like horrible in the videos, but I know a lot of people have it though. So like I think it just bothers me. I don't know if it bothers anyone else. I like watching a lot of like different like true crime or documentary channels where they don't have a mic in their face, and I think it looks better on the screen. So I'm thinking about going that path with a shotgun mic. But yeah, so that'll be down the road because um this month, February, I have not been my best. So it's a low money month. Yeah, so we'll see. Probably like March or April or something. Maybe I'll look at another mic. So but yeah. Um what was I talking? Oh yeah, the what was the Father McKenna religion? My gosh, I totally forget. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Father McKenna Church. Um, Father McKenna, Connecticut. I can't spell Connecticut, by the way. I always let Google fix it for me. Robert McKenna. All right, hold on, let me bring it up. Dominican order? Was that it? Hold on, let me check. It has like a very normal like sounding name. It's just different. Um let me see if this is it. This is the Dominican order. I think it might be this Dominican order thing. Dominican order. Maybe it might have been called something else. Oh, Lord. Um, if I get the name of his church, okay, here's his church. Okay. Hold on, finding it. Finding it. Yeah, the Third Order of the Dominicans. I think it's the Dominican Order. I think that's what they called themselves. I think it's the Dominicans. H was involved with the Smurl case. Yeah, no, yeah, Father McKenna was like in all these cases, the majority of them. Yeah. Um, I think it's called the Dominican Order. I might not have it correct, but that might be. I think that's what it's called. What the heck? Oh, there's a Francis McKenna priest. Ooh, he's bad. He did bad things. Oh, you real bad. Oh my gosh. I think it's called the Dominican Order. I feel like there was another name though. So it's something like that. Dominican Order is an Orthodox Catholic branch. Yeah, they're a special. They called themselves something where they denied Vatican II or Vatican III. What's the current Vatican? Vatican II or III? What are we in right now? Okay, we're in Vatican II right now. So they denied Vatican II, and they go off of Vatican I religion, which is like actually a little bit messed up background too. So, Karis told the cop in The Exorcist go pick on the Dominicans. Maybe that was it. I feel like there's another name they called themselves. I'd have to check. Hi Angie, how's everyone? I'm all right. How are you doing? How's everything going? Yeah, I have it written down somewhere. My gosh, I write things down because otherwise I do not remember at all. But yeah, it's Robert. Robert McKenna was the priest that the Warrens used for like everything, and he was a traditionalist. Like they call themselves traditionalists, but there's another name for it. I think it's Dominican Order. So yeah, they were technically kicked out of the church, and then he was still doing exorcisms under this like whatever version. But then later on, the church is like, fine, we recognize your right to not join Vatican II, but they decided not to excommunicate them or something. There's Joe explains it in the interview, so it'll come out in the interview whenever it gets out here. I have the name written down somewhere. You know what's gonna happen is Joe's gonna watch this later, and they will leave a message in the comments saying saying what word I'm trying to remember. That's what's gonna end up happening. So yeah, it's something like this. They were traditionalists. Sorry, not they were traditionalist church. But yeah, it's something like that. Traditionalist Catholic. And he did a ton of exorcisms with the Warrens. He said he did some exorcisms with a demonologist, Dave Considine, and Rama. Oh, we should look into those people too. I go down these like weird rabbit holes, and I think part of it's my ADHD, but I get interested to see the people who are associated with the people that were famous, because it's very interesting to see all the people in their circle, because it kind of gives you a better picture of everything that they had available to them. So it's very interesting. Oh, an exorcism he performed in 1985 in Massachusetts was featured in the Boston Herald and later recounted by the same reporters in the book Satan's Harvest. A spokesperson for the Archdiocese of Hartford said that whatever ritual was performed on the boy was not sanctioned by the Roman Catholic Church and therefore could not be called an exorcism. That's what Robert McKenna was running around doing with the Warrens. Furthermore, he believed the official establishment does not believe in the devil, but the devil believes in them. They do not believe, and when they do not want to get involved. Yeah, there was an argument between these churches. Eventually, like, was it the last pope or something? Ended up kind of forgiving them or something like that. Yeah, no, it wasn't Jesuits. I think that they were just. I think they were just called the. I think it's just the one that I said. What the hell is it? You just said it a minute ago. Um, Dominican order. I think it was the Dominican order. I think that's what they called themselves. Because it was founded by a priest named Dominic de Guzman, approved by Pope Honorius III via blah 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 in 1216. Members of the order, no, or as the Dominican, no, I think they called themselves something else. All right, I don't know, guys. I have it written down somewhere. Joe knows, and Joe will comment later. Yeah, it's not Blackfriars either. It's something else. I just can't remember. I have it written down somewhere. Yeah. Um, Pray for Pope Francis. Apparently, his health has gotten very bad. Well, like all the popes they vote in are very old, aren't they? I'm surprised that they last as long as they do. How old is Pope Francis? Let me see. Pope Francis, age 88. Yeah. Yeah, that's getting up there. I wonder what'll happen. Pope Francis has been a pretty like modern pope. Hey, KK. Um, which I know these traditionalists don't like, but I wonder what's going to happen with the next pope that comes in. It'll be interesting. Um, if it doesn't come from France, you can't label it champagne either. It's not sanctioned by the Vatican, then it's not an exorcism. Yeah, yeah. um, Mikhail said Old Ursuline Covenant. Yeah, Old Ursuline Covenant. Joe went to the Ursuline all girls school, and that's related to the Old Ursuline Covenant, which is the story of the casket girls. Anyways, Joe just has like a really interesting background because they grew up like in that, and they were raised, and then they were their mom got really into that church, that McKenna, that whatever traditionalist movement, and so that for a little bit, Joe was stuck in too, and then Joe's just doing their own thing now, nothing to do with Catholicism and stuff. But Joe was learning to God, I'm gonna get all the things wrong. It's in the interview. Essentially, they were training to be like a not a bishop because women can't, but like I'm forgetting the words right now. Something where then they would also train like others and stuff. Essentially, they were going down the path of like being a professional church member. Like I don't know what do you call people that work for the church? I don't know if there's like a name, not their role, but just like in general. so so Joe's going down that path. So they have a very interesting just background and view and story on it all. So I did an interview with Joe and we talked, and then but now there's like a bunch of new priests that have shown up on my radar now since I've been talking to Stevie, and I'm like, God, we got to go through all these priests. I want to try to like, and some of them they hide their names, some of them they don't tell their true names, but some of them they do give out their true names, the Warrens. So yeah, I want to go through all the priests. It might have been a cardinal or something. I can't remember. It's something that they would allow women to do. Um, and I don't think this was in the traditionalist one. I think that they were going back to the Vatican II or something. I don't remember all the details. So, um, aren't lay people just the common man? Isn't that like layman? I don't know. I don't know all the terms off the top of my head. It's in the interview. But yeah, Joel will leave a comment at some point. Yeah, it might have been that minister of some sort. Yeah, it was like the highest that you could get as a woman, essentially. And then they would train like altar boys and different things. Clergy, that's a general name. Yes. Okay. So yeah, Joe was in the path of becoming like a role in the clergy, if that's like a general term for church people. So, but anyway, yeah. So, but they're not down that path anymore. They went like a different spiritual path, and yeah, and they're doing like some cool stuff. They've even been doing working with what's the name of that? The World Aid, is it the Red Cross or something? I don't know, but they were helping with like the wildfires and stuff, and doing a bunch of volunteer work stuff. So it's very interesting. Yeah. But anyway, if anyone does want to be part of the research team, just let me know. Send me an email. And I'm going to try to get something set up for a place that we can all talk and then share files and research and all that crap. Because, yeah, the priest thing is a side project. It's going to take a while because new priest names keep popping up. And then mainly, though, I want to work on this one project, and I got to finish editing tonight, but then I got to get a list of I'm trying to get a list of all the studies that were done, because I'm trying to get access to all these studies so we can essentially go through and peer review them. And that's going to be a lot of stuff to look at. So there's going to be mainly too, I just want like another set of eyes, so that, because I sometimes get lost in what I'm working on and I'm not noticing things anymore. I'm not seeing obvious holes, or I'm misunderstanding something because I've just been looking at it for so long. So priests are usually deacons first. Yeah, Joe may have been training a deacon, or was a deacon, something like that. They were training, their role that they were working towards would train men who were planning to become priests. Like, they weren't training them to be a priest, they were training them to be the roles that led up to a priest or something like that. So regardless, they had like a really detailed background, and I just wanted to talk to someone about, like, I understand the religion and I've read the Bible and stuff, and I've gone to different churches and different styles of religions, right? Because I know there's tons of like Presbyterian, Anglican, there's Catholic, there's just plain Christian. There's even like Jewish. Like, I've gone through, like, I understand the teachings. I've gone to different churches and checked out the differences and stuff. But what I don't understand, and why I was interviewing Joe, is because I don't understand the politics of the Catholic Church. Because there's like drama. It's like high school drama politics almost. Almost high school drama, but definitely politics. And so I was interviewing Joe essentially to understand the politics. I'm like, I don't understand what they were fighting about and why. Like, why was this like a big deal? And so, yeah, so that's sort of what the interview was about. Um, Going through the process of, yeah, whatever role that a female can be, like the highest level, that's what Joe was working on. But I never asked their pronouns, so I forget to do that sometimes. So I apologize too if I'm using wrong pronouns that they chose to go by. I often forget to ask people that, so I apologize. So whenever interviewing you or talking to you, just let me know if I'm getting your pronouns wrong. I apologize. So but yeah, so that's project. But the other project that we're working on, the one I want to get everyone's together to talk about. So I have a few people that I got to email, and I've honestly been looking at different platforms that we can all communicate in, and I really just want to teach y'all Discord. Anyone who wants to join, I want to I want to teach them Discord. Discord's like the easiest place to communicate. Cuz like Facebook, you can't trust that anything that you say on there isn't going to be taken from Facebook, because they own everything, and they can shut stuff down, and they can just steal any information. So it's kind of like So yeah, I'm just trying to find like a private thing that's free for everyone to use. So that's a plan. But yeah, so this weekend, going back to the psych stuff, this weekend will be the psych video. I think you guys will really enjoy it. And if you guys really like Ben, and if you enjoy the interview and what we're talking about, we could have him out again. So Discord is like Facebook groups, but organized a little bit better. Yeah. Discord, it's really easy to use. And I'm setting up a separate Discord so as to not confuse anyone. So when you join, you're only going to see like two things to click on. I think like that's the hardest thing about Discord is some people join people's existing Discords and there's so much stuff that you're like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. So I'm setting up a research Discord where like it's one thread that you chat in, like text chat, or you can upload files, video, whatever. So one is just general chat. The other one is like files and links and stuff. So like just put files in. And there is a voice option. Like there's a channel always for voice and you can connect through voice. Or if you want to do like a Zoom, it's like Zoom. So it's like Zoom plus a chat room, essentially. And that's sort of what it's like. Yeah. Yeah, it's easy to get overwhelmed. So like I'm just going to set up a Discord, or I've already started working on setting it up where there's only like 2 channels. So like I think that'll be the easiest way to like not overwhelm people, because inviting them to my current Discord, even that's limited for the YouTube people that join, but still they still get a lot of channels, so it's kind of hard for new people. Oh, there's Boo Productions. Yeah. So there's Boo Productions right there, guys, if you're wondering the channel. I told you to go check out their live that they did the other night on mental health. They had like I can't remember. I missed the beginning. And I was also multitasking at the same time. Was he a psychologist or psychiatrist? I didn't quite catch it. Like he sounded like he was talking about therapy stuff. So I assumed he was a psychologist or something like that. But really good stream. It's really good. I do recommend you guys check it out. I have a video coming out this weekend because I interviewed someone who has works in paranormal and skeptical field, and they have a psychology degree. So that video I'm releasing this weekend. So it's interesting because it kind of coincides with your stuff. I'm like, oh, it'll be kind of good because everyone is already kind of talking about psychology and everything, right? So, but yeah, very good video. And as well, Boo Productions also had that exorcist I was telling you guys about to be careful around, as well. So I gave Kenny like a heads up too about that exorcist. I'm like, just be aware because everyone's been handing Biff the link to the CFI challenge. So I just gave Kenny a heads up as well. He's a professional in the mental health field. Awesome. Yeah, it was a really good stream. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Like your stuff, it was about like people who are dealing with like mental illness and issues, or not necessarily illness, but just, sometimes we have like really tough times in life. Like a person we love dies and it's really hard, right? So Boo's stream was about that. My video this weekend is about how our brain plays tricks on us and we think that we see a shadow person or a ghost or an alien or something. So like my video this weekend is going to be about like mass hysteria, what is pareidolia. Like I kind of discuss these things with a psychologist about how our brain is tricky and can confuse us, right? And make us think that we're seeing things or experiencing things that we aren't necessarily, right? So I think it'll be an interesting, oh, sorry, I'm hitting my mic. It'll be an interesting week between your stuff and then my video coming out. So yeah, but it should be good. But yeah, and for people on the research team, I'm going to email you this week. I was going to do it on Sunday and then I just bottomed out. I ran out of energy. But yeah, so I'll do that because I'm going to do the research, or no, I got to finish the editing tonight and then I'll do the email out to everyone. So yeah. Tomorrow's video being released is me, KK, and Stevie, and we're doing conspiracy theories. and talking about just some silly conspiracy theory stuff. So, yeah, the whole topic is important in the paranormal field. We do residential cases, and it's a big deal. Found you recently. Love what you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I really enjoyed actually. You know what else is a good video? God, I can't remember it, but I remember it was really useful. It is really good to rule out any psychological issues that might be going on if you are doing residential cases. And I think that's really important, that topic that you did. Oh, right. Yeah. Boo Productions did that video on ghost hunters who are trying to solve like crimes and cold cases and stuff. I totally hate that. I've been seeing a lot of that lately. It's really tacky to get involved in a case like that and dredge up things for people. Like, it's horrible. Um, and actually, Boo Productions does a lot of good stuff. There's the A1 solution video. That was pretty good. And didn't you do the breakdown of, what was his name? You did a breakdown of like one of those TV shows, or not TV shows, sorry. They were they were featured on some like clip show. It was a while ago though. I can't remember. I thought that you did a breakdown on somebody. It's I don't remember the names of stuff, and I'm not going to remember it right now because my fiber brain is not letting me remember it. But but yeah, you should definitely check out the ghost hunters, let law enforcement handle this. I agree with all that stuff for sure. And then the live stream on the mental health issues, that was really good too. Yeah, they have a lot of good stuff. Oh yeah, you had a live with Jay Carts. Some people said I should do an interview with Jay Carts. I'm not sure what to interview him on yet. I don't know. Because he does like a lot of movie reviews. Oh yeah, the Biff stuff is horrible. Oh man. Destination Spooky. It's more like an old chat room mixed with, yeah, it's like a chat room mixed with Zoom kind of, but it like remembers everything. It's not just limited to the one meeting. Like, yeah. It's like hangs on to everything. So, which is what I'm trying to make sure we don't lose anything. And that's why we want to try to find something like that. Everyone, you're sick, and recorded something. Oh yeah. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. I hope you're doing well, Victor, as well. I know Taryn's getting the brunt of all the BS going on. Poor girl. It's so ridiculous that I don't understand why there's people that act like like high school or something. Um yeah. Yeah. I don't understand. But they're like taking it to like a whole other level. It's just like it's ridiculous. All the crap going on. Yeah, I could post my Discord, but for people who are going to do the research thing or whatever, hold on. For people who are going to do the research Discord, that one will be a different Discord because I don't want to overwhelm. So anyone who's not familiar with Discord, my Discord. Oh my god, I'm sorry. There goes Alexa. My Discord might be overwhelming, so I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So that's my Discord, which you guys are welcome to join. It's on my channel as well. But yeah, like I said, the research one I'm going to set up. It's going to be simpler looking, so it's not too confusing. So, because I know the Grey Witch, I think that's her whole username, right? The Grey Witch, she joined the Discord and she was like, I'm confused. I'm like, yeah, I guess there's a lot of channels, and it's very limited what YouTube people can see anyway, but there's a lot of channels. Even with that, and I understand why it's confusing. Yeah, you can definitely join my Discord if you're familiar with it. Go for it, and then we can connect on Discord too. Oh, jeez, sorry. I'm all itchy. I used some makeup on like my neck and chest the other day, and it's like broken out into a rash. Sucks. Yeah, we talk a lot in my Discord too, so like it's hard to keep up with everything. Oh, hey, Kristen. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do the research one separate because I'm thinking like it must be confusing when people come into to my Discord and they're just like, what's everyone chatting about? Right? It's a lot. I understand it's a lot. Yeah, we forgot. Oh, and in my main Discord, we do movie night on Sunday, and we forgot about movie night. I keep forgetting about movie night, so I set up an event to try to remind us this Sunday for movie night, so that we can watch a movie. Because yeah, I forgot about movie night as well. Hey, Chris. um, yeah, so we try to do that for Sundays just to have like something fun to do that's laid back, but we do keep forgetting about it. So hopefully we'll remember this week. I'm hoping. but but yeah, you guys are welcome to join either way. Oh man, I still have a bunch of editing to do tonight too. But how's everyone's night going otherwise though? Everyone good? Hopefully. Um what's some other things that I mentioned too to you guys should check out. Let's see. What other things have I shared this week? Okay, Boo Productions. Check out their mental health stream. Oh, right. I found these guys. They're called Ghost Bros. Have you guys heard of Ghost Bros yet? They do like they're just completely making fun of ghost hunting, and it's really funny. It's stupid dumb comedy. Um and it's just complete ridiculous parodies of ghost hunts. They're really they're the last episode was a bunch of poop jokes, but it was really funny. I thought it was hilarious. So I found them, and I found them really interesting. And anything else that we shared this week that was interesting? Oh, did you guys see that the side eye guys video with the Zach Bagans possible audio clip? Did you guys watch that? Where he's like telling people how to fake a ghost activity with a tablecloth and stuff. Like some people, as I know, side eye guy said, like it's always possible that it could be AI, but I don't know. I think it sounds real. I think his argument for why it's real makes sense as well because it sounded like his like more normal talking voice and it wasn't his like weird announcer voice that he uses. Yeah, it's really interesting. Not yet. Yeah, you should go watch it. I think the argument there is real because also I think oh shoot, I'm sorry guys. I moved my hands too much. I think it was Stevie told me or it's in one of Stevie's podcasts where she interviewed someone or talked to someone and they were talking about Zach and how he pretty much admitted or like it was something about his like haunted museum and how like he puts on like an act like everything's like super haunted and then once the camera's turned off he like drops the act and like essentially like he just fakes everything which to be honest if you just watch him you're like yeah everything he does is fake but but some people do believe him so yeah like I think the audio clip is real because I've heard stories about like the way he acts when the cameras are off introducing his museum and just like Seems like he's more pretend when the cameras are on. Yeah, Seg's video was epic. Yeah, I think it's a real clip. I think the arguments are pretty good for why it's real. And that he couldn't find it anywhere else online, and it didn't match the tone of voice, which would be where you'd train the AI. There was other noises and stuff too in the background, so like there was other stuff going on, which I guess you could fake that, but if you're gonna, I don't know, that seems like a lot of extra work to put extra noises in there that people don't really need. I don't know. I think it's real. And then he even found like an episode where the tablecloth thing happened too, so I think it makes sense. It's like when I stopped doing a lot of stuff in the paranormal, and then I came back to it over the last year or two or something. And I remember like I watched some twin paranormal stuff and I was like, why are they always getting results? Like why is um the REM pod always going off? Like why are they like there's something special about them that they're constantly getting evidence, whereas other like channels don't. And then I read the report that Kenny did on the REM pods and how they're just like half of a theremin kit and anything can set them off. And I was like, oh, okay. So they have like radios or something in their pockets and they're setting off the REM pods with that. So I found that really interesting. There's so much fakery going on. It's ridiculous. Oh, but yeah, I still have to do editing tonight. But I don't know. How's everyone else doing? What's any other topics you guys want to talk about while we're in chatting in here? I should start like I think I should like plan for our Tuesday chats. Maybe I could like find we could find something to react to or review. We could find like an article or something. I could try to like pick out some clips of videos or some articles or something. Do something like that. Oh hey, Paranormal Brew. Hey Taryn, how are you doing? Boo Productions, get back to your project. Yeah. I love what you're doing too. Yeah. Good luck with the rest of your project. I know I got to finish working on stuff today too, so I still have a bunch of work to do. But yeah, maybe I could do something like that. I have to sit down and like think of. Maybe I'll just try to make notes of stuff through the week, or if there's like a cool video or something that shows up, then I can like grab a clip of a video or an article I seen or something, and then we can bring it to like the Tuesday live stream sessions. They'll give us like some talking points. So, telepathy tapes. Yeah. I know I took a look at the telepathy tape stuff, and one, Susan's doing a lot of work with that. Uh, I would like to debunk it, but at the same time, it's like medical misinformation stuff. And I just am a little bit worried if it's going to go too far off the plane of like what this channel's about. But also, like, some people are really like they're really angry. Like I've seen people that like believe in it, and when like someone challenges the telepathy tapes, like they get like super aggressive. And I'm just kind of like, do I want to open that door for that? But definitely like it's something that it's really messed up how they're trying to use that for kids and people with autism and stuff. It's really messy. It's a very messy topic. Yeah. Um, I know it's off topic. Interest. What cool bands do you like? I listen to pretty much everything except like I don't listen to country and I don't really listen to pop music. Like I'm I mainly was always like a rock and goth rock and metal and things like that. But I do listen to like a lot of I like a lot of instrumental stuff. There's actually I listen to quite a lot of instrumental stuff. Peter Grundy is very good, along with what's his name? What's the name of that guy that I always listen to? Because I like a lot of stuff without lyrics sometimes because it just helps me focus better. So I've got, where do I see things? Artists. Oh yeah, Hey Lung. Okay, if you're really into like Celtic kind of Gaelic, but like hard rock, it's really good. It's spelled Heilung. It's a really interesting band. They actually use old dialects and words for their lyrics too. They're really fun. But I like some rave stuff, so like Anima, uh, and I listen to rap and some. I don't know what flavor of music to call it, but it's like it's like sexy music. Like the lyrics are very dirty, but I don't know what to classify the music as. I don't. It's not rock. It's not pop. It's oh Gabriel Saban, very good violin. I love his stuff. Um, Elemental Soundworks. I've got like Bat for Lashes. Very if you're into pagan sounding music, Bat for Lashes is really good. There's the sexy music as X Habit. He does sexy songs. Um, Chandler Leighton, I like her. There's like old stuff, Yellow Wolf, Garbage, Eminem, Typo Negative. Oh, Philip Lakovic does instrumentals, and it's like, sorry, I hit my mic. It's like Celtic kind of stuff. Godhead, Slipknot, Incubus, Bryce Savage is another sexy music one. Marilyn Manson, Ramstein, although I know Ramstein is drama, they have issues. Rob Zombie, him, very good covers. Tool, I love Tool. Godsmack, um, Halocene, I really like them too. Yeah, those are just some. Those are like I guess some more popular ones I listen to. There's other ones. Oh, Witches, Witchz, very good band. They're like heavy rock kind of thing. Yeah, Heilung. I don't know how they pronounce it. Really good music. Very interesting music. I like it. He claimed to be pen pals with Dahmer. Who? Wait, who? What? Which one? I don't know which one. Um, there's a bunch of stuff I do listen to. Oh, that Labor song is really good. Paris Paloma. Oh, really fun song I found. I listen to a lot of instrumental now. Round Table Rival by Lindsay Sterling. It's a really fun like fiddle kind of song. It's really cool. Gabriel Saban does really good. Oh, it's not violin. Sorry, he's cello. Really good cello. Fiona Apple, the Cranberries. I do listen to some Sia. I used to be a huge Marilyn Manson fan growing up. Like when I was young, it was like always Marilyn Manson. Oh, Robert Riggy. Oh, who's that? Yeah, Witches has some really good. I don't like. I like listening to their original stuff. I don't listen too much to their covers. That's like with Halcyon. I prefer listening to their original songs. Are you a fan of Ward Runa? I have not heard of them. No, so I'm not sure. I have not heard of them. Um, yeah, there's like some other songs that are like five people together, so I don't really know who it is. Um, oh, the song "Insane" that was based on the what's that the hotel? What was that cartoon called? Bryce Fox does sexy music. Jaguar Twin has some good songs. Chloe Adams has a couple along with Zoe Clark. Morgan St. Jane, good. She's good. Good, like, strong female. Um, Aran Kai does some sexy songs. X Habit is also sexy around along with Omedio. Who's that one that we listen to a bunch though? KK, what's his name again? Bryce Savage. Bryce, all of Bryce Savage's stuff. Bad Bunny, I like him too. I think he's Hispanic. I don't know if he's Mexican or elsewhere. Nine Inch Nails, that's another one I listened to growing up too. I like that. Soundgarden, Incubus. Really liked Incubus too growing up. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. Billie Eilish, I like some of her stuff too. Oh, the Crow soundtrack, that was really good as well. Yeah, Bryce Savage is really good. Um, Lead singer for Tool, Maynard James, has a winery in Arizona. Oh, nice. Love Lindsay. Seen her twice in concert. The same lines as High Lung. Check them out. Okay, I'll have to check them out. Yeah. I've been enjoying Ghosts lately. I'll have to check them out. I don't think I've heard of them. I'd love to see Lindsay Sterling in concert, but it's awesome. Awesome. Bryce Savage. Yeah. New project coming out soon. Puerto Rican. Yeah, Bad Bunny's Puerto Rican. That's it. I really like his music. It's like really catchy and gets me like bobbing and stuff. So yeah, that's like, I mean, growing up, definitely, because I was like goth in high school, so I listened to like a lot of goth rock. Oh, KMFDM. Oh, I haven't listened to them in forever. That's another one. But I would say mainly I listen to a lot of instrumental because if it's got lyrics, it distracts me if I'm trying to do work. It's better for me to listen to instrumental if I'm trying to do work. So, okay, Colleen. Yeah, have a good night. Yeah, good night, Fat Cat. Oh, did she? Oh, she's still there. She's hard to see. She turns so you can't see the white anymore. She's black fur with the black bed. Um, but yeah, so I do have to finish that editing tonight. So probably in the stream so I can finish the editing as well. um yeah, I gotta finish all that crap. So what I'll probably do is next week, what I'll do is I'll make some notes as the week goes by. Anything interesting I come across, I'll make a note of it, and then I'll gather some stuff up. So next Tuesday when we do a live stream, then I'll have like some interesting topics of things I seen throughout the week. Because I know there was stuff like this week that I was like, oh, I should talk about this in the live stream, but I didn't write it down. Oh, hey, Chris from Fear the Living Pod is Chris. Yeah. Actually, they're going to be doing a podcast thing. There's a teaser on his channel if you want to check it out. And it's got Taryn and Chris and Stevie and Victor as well. So they're going to be doing like a podcast thing together. So that should be really fun. But yeah, so that's what I'll plan to do. Just probably I think that's what I want to do is like maybe just anything interesting I've seen throughout the week, bring it to the Tuesday live and just kind of talk about it. Cause like it's a good spot for me to talk to everyone is through the live stream and get out messages such as like, I don't endorse any psychics that leave comments on my videos. Yeah, I feel like I need to put that as a disclaimer. Yeah, it was good to see everyone. Yeah, I am gonna end the stream now because I gotta finish editing. So sorry, Chris. I know you just showed up, but I'll end the stream here. Keep an eye out for video coming out. Fireside chat with Stevie and KK, and then this weekend, probably Saturday, hopefully, with the psychologist. And yeah, there will be a bunch of stuff still coming. So we're working away on stuff. Oh, thank you, Chris. You're the best too. Yes, yeah. Yeah, we'll chat soon. Yeah. Yeah, and anyone who wants to be part of the research team, to just send me an email, let me know, and then I'll invite you to the place we're all gonna congregate, which will probably be a Discord, and I'll help people set up the Discord if they don't know Discord. Like I'm gonna help them through it. It's just Discord's like private, and it'll save all of our files, and it'll save all of our discussion, and it won't disappear, and it helps us organize stuff. So like it's just and it's free. Like it's like I tried to find other programs that were like that, but they like want to charge money, and I'm like, Discord's like easier. It's free. So, um, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here, and I will talk to you guys soon. You'll see the video probably Wednesday tomorrow. So that'll be we'll do premiere. So I'll see you guys in the premiere for that video. But yes. But yeah, feel free to email me anything as well too if you guys need to talk about anything. So I do check the emails. So I might be behind on some stuff sometimes, but I do check the emails. All right. Yeah. Have a good night. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for coming by the stream too. I do appreciate it. All right. Have a good night.